let me put this to you. Okay, Denmark, yes, have scored 4 goals in the 2 games prior to today's game, scored 2 goals today, have looked, generally speaking, fantastic in the tournament. However, the only difficult team I would say that they've played is Belgium. They lost that game. The 2 teams that they beat 4-0, Russia were awful in that. I mean, they were truly dreadful in that game. And Wales were also very, very bad, right? The Czech Republic, a good team to make it this far. England beat them in the group stages, right? England are undoubtedly the most difficult team that Denmark are going to come up against. And I think it's fair to say that Denmark are yet to play a team with that standard and that level of quality. So it's quite difficult to kind of make the judgment, isn't it, really? Because they've looked fantastic in the context of the games that they've played in, but they're about to face an altogether different team.
Yeah, I think that's true. But I also think in some ways this is the hardest game that England will have played as well. And I don't think that's...
Harder than Germany?
I think the Germans had one thing that they could do, and that was...
Try to win.
Yes, also try... The Germans had 2 things that they could do.
Sorry, go on.
Everybody knew that Germany's attacking threat would come through the wingbacks.
Yeah.
And that if you nullified Kimmich's passing ability and Gerson's running ability, stop the ball going across the pitch from one to the other effectively, immediately you reduce German not efficiency, that also. You reduce Germany's attacking ability by about 50%.
Yeah.
Straight away.
Okay.
I don't think the Danes are as obvious in the way that they do things. I also don't think the Danes are as weak at the back as Germany had the potential to be. Very, very slow Germany are at the back. I think that Dolberg is a different quality of striker in the context of the competition than who England have faced before.
You could see him causing England's defenders issues.
There are a couple of instances today. There was one where he drifts across into the right half space, the ball comes into him and he just does this little flick with the outside of his foot to Brathwaite running through. That is exactly the kind of movement I can see England being caused problems by.
Sure.
It's a kind of tricky Ajax player.
Yeah, there's that, like he's a big lad, but he has this technical finesse that will release those quick players in. And I think in Brathwaite and Poulsen, who is coming back to fitness, Denmark have 2 very, very strong aggressive runners who will cut from the wide areas infield, assuming Poulsen starts. That will be an issue because that will make England's 2 fullbacks think in a way that they haven't really had to so far. Obviously, when they played Germany, that was a big issue, but they moved to a system that was deliberately designed to counter that. So I think Southgate's biggest query here is, does he stay with the 4 that he used in most of his games, or does he go to a 3? If he goes to a 3, is it likely to invite a bit more pressure or almost say to Denmark, we fear you as much as we fear Germany, which I think they should, but I also think Southgate might be reticent to do that. I genuinely don't know what the answer to that is.
Oh, I'm so excited now.
I wonder if maybe he'll play...
a 6.
No, he'll play it with a 4, but he'll have Rice drop in to form the 3. So they'll play a 3 in the midfield. It can easily become...
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? So they start with Maguire and Stones in the middle, with Walker there.
La Salida, Volpi.
Rice drop in, then they can play Phillips and probably Henderson there. Because I think Christensen's roaming is so clever, it will give them an overloaded midfield the entire time. It's like having a free... So the free player is the centre-back.
Yeah.
It's very weird. So you don't really want to man-mark centre-back. It doesn't make any sense. It's not that Christensen's coming up and then hitting like Riquelme-style through balls or anything. He's just there to link up the play and then get them forward. And it's taking him up the pitch, and it's very hard to work out what to do. And so if you play someone like, you can say Mount sticks on him all the time, then you're taking Mount out of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe the Southgate matches them up and just tries to, I think again, man for man, England are probably better.
Yeah.
So they should win. And Southgate's prerogative is to not concede a goal. So the best thing to do then is to match up your opponent and make sure they can't get past you. So that could be what they do. And expecting that kind of more direct play, if you have 3 centre-backs on the pitch, including Rice's one, that gives you a bit of protection.
I'm just thinking as you're talking, I really wouldn't be surprised to see Gareth Southgate get it absolutely right again.
Yeah,
you know?
I think you're dead right.
He hasn't got anything wrong yet.
It's such cool management, and rotating the squad the way he's done it is
Yeah.
obviously going to look very smart coming into the tournament. They have a great opportunity now to reach the final of the Euros. They could very well win it. I think if Italy get through, I mean, this is a whole different conversation for if either of those teams get through. But I still think Italy are the best team I've seen at the tournament, and I think they can raise their game whenever they want to, and I also think they can kill a game as soon as they want to.